soil map of India. Very first, map pointing and map marking alluvial soil. As you know, the alluvial soil is the transported soil deposited by the rivers. So mainly it is concentrated where? In the low-lying area, in the deltic area, coastal area, plain area. As you can see here, area of alluvial soil you can see in the Punjab and Haryana is one of the area you can show. If question asks, mark one area of the alluvial soil. You can mark this area also, alluvial soil, one area asked. So one of the largest area of Gangetic plain area, that is the soil, alluvial soil, because it is brought down by the river Ganga and its tributary from the Himalaya and deposited elsewhere in the low-lying region, what we call the plain area. So this is the Gangetic plain. This is also the alluvial soil. Here is also one area you can choose here, alluvial soil. This is also brought down by the river Ganga and its tributary in the parts of Bihar. And in the northeast, if the question asks, mark the alluvial soil. So this is one of the area. Both sides of the Brahmaputra you can mark alluvial deposits, that is brought down by the Brahmaputra river and deposited in the Assam plain, that is also called Assam Valley, that is also called Brahmaputra plain. So in the northeast, specific question asked, mark the area of alluvial soil in the northeast, then this is the only one area. One largest area you can choose, this one largest area. If simply asked any one area in the North India, so option is open. Here in Northeast India, then this one. If asked in South India, then we have two options, that is Western Coastal Plain and Eastern Coastal Plain. So you can see in the western side, this is the western side, this is the eastern side. So this is the Western Coastal Plain, area of alluvial soil from the Saurashtra region up to this Kerala southernmost tip. So all this coastal part you can cover. Western Ghat and Arabian Sea, between them is the Western Coastal Plain, and this whole Western Coastal Plain having the deposits of laterite soil. Now Eastern Coastal Plain, that is the wider deposits of alluvial soil. Here you can see from northern side, from West Bengal up to Tamil Nadu southernmost tip here, Kanyakumari. So these whole wider aspect from Eastern Ghat, this is Eastern Ghat here, and Bay of Bengal, and between them is a wider area where the deposits of alluvium, this is brought down by this Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and their tributaries and deposited here. These are black in origin and its color is also black in nature. So this is the soil, alluvial soil in South India. Area of black soil. So one or two more questions come here. Mark one area of black soil. So this is the one of the area, the largest one area in the interior parts of the Maharashtra, the Karnataka, the Telangana. These area are obviously you can use for the black soil. This is also called black cotton soil, which is very rich in the water porosity, and black soil formed from weathering of the lava rocks. So this is the black soil. And one area you can show here in the central part of Kathiawar Peninsula in Gujarat, that is also the area of black soil. So these, the interior of Maharashtra, the interior part of this Telangana as a whole, then Andhra Pradesh, some parts, then Karnataka region, area of black soil. Then the next one that comes the area of red soil. What is that, the red soil? Red soil, you know, formed by the prolonged weathering of crystalline rock. So chatakdar, chattan, that is crystalline in nature. And where in India the red soil? Above the Tropic of Cancer, then you can see this is in the Marwar Plateau. This pattern you can mark here, about Tropic of Cancer, question asked, red soil. And in the Kathiawar Peninsula, this is the small area in Kathiawar Peninsula of the red soil. So area of red soil you can see in the part of Gujarat. You can see area of the red soil about Tropic of Cancer in the state of Rajasthan and adjoining Madhya Pradesh. And in the northeast question asked, then this is the area of red soil in the northeast India, this one. So you must remember this pattern. And in South India, another pattern, one of the easiest pattern we chosen for you. So these are whole here actually, the red soil, but one of the easy pattern to mark on the map. So we choose this pattern which is having a red soil. So remember, area of red soil in South India. So this is the pattern of the red soil. Then next is the soil of laterite soil. As you know, the laterite soil that is formed due to the leaching in areas of heavy rainfall. So in the area of heavy rainfall in northeast India, if we will talk about, then this Meghalaya state, Mizoram here. So these state you can mark here like this in the northeast. Preferably question asks, mark one area of the laterite soil above Tropic of Cancer. So this option is also available for you. This option is also available for you in the state of Jharkhand, in the Chota Nagpur plateau area, which receives the heavy rainfall, and that's why there is the laterite soil. And these summits of Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat, it is present in the form of patches. What is patches? Patches means not in continuous form. In these are present somewhere accumulated soil, just like this patch, one of the patch. This is another patch of laterite soil. This is another patch of laterite soil. But where? In the summits of the summit means the highest point of the Eastern Ghat. And this is the one of the longest area of the laterite soil. That is the summits of Western Ghat. So largest area is asked, then this option in the Western Ghat. So largest area of laterite soil, that is the summit of Western Ghat. Now we come to the next is about the sparsely distribution of population. In a sparsely distribution of population, the 4 state we can learn, 2 union territory and 2 state we can learn, 2 or 3 state, that is enough. For example, now you can see this is the red color shading that's showing the union territory of Ladakh, and this is the union territory of Jammu Kashmir. This is a half portion, Jammu Kashmir, and this is the part of Ladakh. And Sikkim is a very state you can easily remember. This side Nepal, this side Bhutan, between them is the Indian state Sikkim. Then this is Arunachal Pradesh, is another sparsely populated. Then this one you can see the Mizoram in the northeastern side. So all these are sparsely populated. Sparsely means thinly populated. Now next is the densely distribution of population. Densely means high density of population. So this in the whole northern belt you can see the high density of population. Whole Gangetic plains, this Delhi including up to this Kolkata. Delhi to Kolkata, whole all these regions or area in the states densely populated. So you can choose this area, you can choose this area, or you can choose this area, all that is correct. Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, parts of West Bengal. So this part of West Bengal is also the densely populated. So remember, now in South India, if the question preferably asks which is the densely populated state, then the state of Kerala. And there is question, mark one area or one state of densely. So anyone you can mark this Kerala. Either Kerala you can mark, or you can mark the West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, or Delhi. So this is the densely populated region. Next is some exercise based on these map syllabus. Let's see here. The very first question here asks the alluvial soil area of alluvial soil. So see, this is the one of the area of the alluvial soil which is marked in the green color. This is the area of the alluvial soil. This western disturbance, path of western disturbance, that is not in the syllabus, so no need to do this. Now next is the Digboy oil field. This is the Digboy oil field marked with a dot and some thickened with some different color. So this is the Digboy oil field, one of the oldest oil field in India. Another question on Jharia coal field. So Jharia you can mark here. Damodar river, and in front of Damodar river here you can mark this Jharia coal field. Another question in the mineral chapter that comes, Singhbhum iron ore field, just adjoining to this, below the Damodar river, in the state of Jharkhand, you can mark the Singhbhum. You can see the sequence here, the Jharia, and below it some centimeter, and that is Singhbhum. This is the coal field, and this is the iron ore field, and this is the oil field. So these three are there: petroleum oil field, coal field, and iron ore field. This is in the syllabus. Now one more question related with this part, that is the offshore oil field. Mark and name one area of offshore oil field. So this is the Mumbai. This dot you can see in the western Mumbai, and to the northwest direction from Mumbai, this direction, you can mark 3 or 4 centimeter away from Mumbai High in the northeast direction. That is the Mumbai High. This is the offshore oil field. And what is the name of this offshore oil field? Mumbai High is the name. Now this is the Arabian Sea branch of the southwest monsoon. Arabian Sea branch of the south, because it is coming from southwesterly direction, it is called southwest monsoon, particularly during summer season. And northeast monsoon asked Arabian Sea branch of the northeast monsoon, then reverse the arrow. The arrow will be now this side. So it is coming from northeasterly direction. So it is northeast monsoon wind, but during the winter season over the Arabian Sea. Another significant question which asks, that is a standard meridian, that is 82 degree and 30 minute, that is also called 82.5 degree east, which passes through edge of Sri Lanka. Here you can mark 1 point, edge of Sri Lanka. Then in the Godavari Delta, mark 2nd point, and 3rd point you can mark where the Yamuna joins the Ganga. Here this is Yamuna join the Ganga, Allahabad. So these 3 points you can join, make a line. This is not a straight line, it is something curved line slightly. So this is the standard meridian of India. So next, direction of northeast monsoon wind. Question asked, mark the direction of the northeast monsoon. So this is the direction of northeast over Bay of Bengal during the winter season. This blow during November and December month. And if question asks, mark the direction of the southwest monsoon wind during summer season over Arabian Bay of Bengal, then this blue arrow mark with 1 long arrow, or 2 this direction of southwest monsoon wind over Bay of Bengal. So this is about this exercise. Now the next exercise, that is also related with the another 10-mark question. For example, Karakoram Pass. So this is the Karakoram Pass. You can see and the Karakoram range. Here you can mark the Karakoram Pass. The Uller Lake, you can see this is above the source of the Jhelum river there in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. This Uller Lake is one of the freshwater lake in the Bandipora district in Jammu and Kashmir. And another lake related question that is in your syllabus, that is the Chilka Lake. So this you can see the Chilka Lake. This is the Chilka Lake, and the Chilka Lake actually where in the state of coastal part of Odisha, and Chilka Lake is the largest saltwater lake in India in the eastern coast. Another question, you can see Gulf of Kutch. So this area you can mark the Gulf of Kutch, and second inlet you can see in the Arabian Sea, that is the Gulf of Khambat, that is larger than the Gulf of Kutch. So this is the Gulf of Khambat. So these 2 water inlets in the western side, in the north, that is Gulf of Kutch, and to the little south of that Gulf of Kutch, that is the Gulf of Khambat, adjoining to the Gujarat coast and the coast of Maharashtra. Then Tropic of Cancer, here from, you remember the India-Pakistan boundary, here the dot, first dot you can mark, then Chambal, the source of Chambal river, another mark, and another point you can mark on the Betwa source, then 4th point you can mark below the confluence of the, this is Ganga and this is Brahmaputra, and below this here in Bangladesh. And fifth you can mark here is a Mizoram and this is Tripura. This is the fifth point. Here this is Tripura and this is Mizoram. So this 5 point you can join together. Slight curve will come here like this and the curve line. So join all these 5 points. So that is Tropic of Cancer. Then another in south, Park Strait. What is strait? The passage of water, that is called strait, which join two water bodies and separating two land mass, that is called a strait. So this is the Park Strait. Joining here Park Bay, this is the Park Bay and this is the Gulf of Mannar. So this is the Park Strait. So with the blue you can mark it, thick line with the blue. Now Gulf of Mannar, this is the Gulf area. So what is a Gulf? A Gulf is a large area of sea or ocean partly enclosed by land. So partly enclosed by land. This side the India and the Sri Lanka, and between them is the Gulf of Mannar. Now finally the Andaman Sea. This is, but this you can see the Andaman Sea. This is all about this 10 mark questions for the exercise.